So Robbie, this review is sponsored by Inside Tracker. If you want to know your metrics and want to improve your running performance, you got to know what's going on inside of you. So get your blood tested. You can get 25% off everything on the Inside Tracker website. If you just go to insidetracker.com/drop in.
Link in the description.
You don't even need like a fancy code or anything. That'll just hook you up. Hi, this is Thomas from Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie from Believe in the Run.
And we're pumped up.
We are.
First off, before we let you know why we're pumped up.
Yeah. Can you just please like this video, subscribe to our channel?
You don't even have to watch this video to like it because
just do that.
You're going to like it.
Yeah. We want more subscribers. We want more people to see our videos.
Call a friend. Say, hey, have you seen this video from Believe in the Run? Tell them to like and subscribe.
They won't be your friend anymore.
Yeah. No, they will. They'll love it.
All
right. So let's get into it. We have a good shoe for you today. We have the Adidas Adios
6.
So we're getting into it. This is what the shoe looks like, by the way. This isn't as pretty as, say, the Legacy Blue version, but if you're a soccer fan or football in Europe, you're gonna like this traditional Adidas look.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the 3 stripes. Pretty simple, just straightforward. It looks good.
It does look good. It's a pretty classic looking shoe. And this is a classic shoe. Speaking of classic.
Tell me why this is classic since it's only been around for, has been around for 6 versions, or is that?
Yeah, I mean, this shoe came along when Boost came along. This was the Vaporfly before there was Vaporfly. Guys were breaking marathon records in the Adios. My first pair that I got with the Boost in it, you see, low profile, not much under the toes. I did run a marathon in this, and I will tell you, you do start to feel your feet at the end.
Yeah,
but
how times have changed.
Yeah, I mean, to keep the shoe light, you couldn't put too much Boost on it. So that's where it went. It evolved. This was one of my favorites.
That's just a good looking shoe.
Yeah, it has that classic look to it. Like, this is a modern day shoe that you could say, oh, that looks like it's from the 70s, but the Boost gives it away. All of them had the torsion system. You're gonna see the torsion system in the newest version, but like, this is no longer what maybe most people would use for a marathon. Like, you'd have to be super efficient to get away with this.
Since this came out originally, we've moved on to some bigger and better things. We now have the Adios Pro, the Takumi Sen 8, which has a high stack, got the Primex, all kinds
and
of
this
crazy
does
ones.
relate to the Takumi in a way we'll get to in a little bit, but let's just go over it. We got a recycled upper, Robbie. Fits pretty well.
Is it technically cellar mesh, or is it just like a recycled upper?
I don't know if it's a cellar mesh or not. It doesn't matter, and that's just marketing anyway.
Yeah.
But if you look at the shoe, you're gonna notice very narrow. This is not your Ultra. This is not your wide foot. People need not apply. Like, just don't even. If you see our friend Jarrett, just tell him, step off.
Keep working at McDonald's.
This is a glove, and some people have talked about needing a half size up. I feel it fits true to size. It fits true to size because it's a race shoe, and a race shoe should fit your foot tightly.
So let's move on to the midsole, because here we have a couple layers of foam. We have the Light Strike Pro, and we have the Light Strike Normal. Now, in the past, our experience with normal Light Strike has been very mixed, I would say. Mixed terribly.
I don't know if there's 2 foams from the same company that I feel is polarized by as the Light Strike and the Light Strike Pro. Light Strike Pro, really dig you.
Yep.
Light Strike,
what is
really
this?
Don't like you that much.
For sure, I know that even like the Boston 10 was like, I don't know, we just didn't know what that shoe was.
I mean,
which, bring it out.
Right here. The thing about it is you get a really nice feel, soft bounce, high return energy from the Light Strike Pro. Light Strike, not so much. It's about as brickish as it comes, and it works in this shoe though. Okay,
so tell me how, because you said there might be a comparison to maybe like the Pegasus, which has that air pocket and air zoom unit in the forefoot. So does it work in that way?
Where you might have in the Pegasus an air bubble up front that gives you that nice little toe off sensation. This one, you're gonna have a stable heel because of the Light Strike, so it kind of keeps the landing nice and stable. You of course got the torsion system on the bottom, which also helps keep the stability. But this soft feeling of the Light Strike right underneath the toes gives you that nice little bounce and a snappy feel off the toe. So it kind of redeems it. This definitely has a more traditional, old school racing flat feel.
You did a couple runs in this so far. How many? 3
I've
runs?
got 3 runs,
Okay.
30 miles.
All right, so that's
So,
pretty solid. So you
yeah.
got a long run in there. You got some shorter stuff.
Well, I did a straight 10 miler. I did a 4 miler and then a 6 miler in the same day, and then 10 miles this morning. I like the shoe. I like the shoe as far as a faster feeling. It's 9 ounces, 257 grams for a size 10 and a half.
It's a nice weight for a daily trainer.
The drop is pretty average.
Yeah.
8 millimeters, 27 back here, 19 up here.
So Thomas, tell me what the difference is between something like the Adi Zero Pro and the Adios.
It's basically backwards technology. So here they put the light strike under the forefoot, so you had that firmer feel.
Yeah.
And then put the boost in, so you had a softer heel.
Gotcha.
And they kind of switched it up and said, okay, we're gonna give you a softer feel under the toes, but a firmer feel in the heel. Another great thing, but they keep going with, and you're gonna see on here, is you have the Continental rubber. Pretty much Continental rubber throughout the Adios. Good grip, this one's no exception. I'm trying to figure out where I would use this shoe other than it can be used for a daily trainer. It's a surprisingly nice running shoe for just steady miles. When you want to pick up the pace, it's light enough to do that, so it's definitely can be tempo shoe. I don't know if I'd ever use this in a race now that there are shoes like the Takumi Sen or the Pro, you know, or any competitors from the different ones. This to me is just a tempo day shoe.
Are you taking this out of any of the Adidas shoes? Like, where does this fit in to your
I still gotta
hierarchy?
I'd say in the hierarchy, I would go Takumi, the Pro 1, then this shoe.
Okay, really? Okay.
Yeah. One selling point, Robbie.
Yeah, is that the shoe is only $120.
And at that price, it really is a spectacular shoe. Like, if you want to compare this to like a Pegasus, which is gonna weigh closer to 10 and a half ounces at my size 10 and a half. You're dropping a full ounce. I feel like you're still getting a solid daily trainer. I know this isn't meant to be a daily trainer, but you can certainly use it for a daily trainer. If you're a really efficient runner, you could use this for 5Ks and 10Ks and even up to the half.
I mean, it's hard to find a shoe that's $120 these days with some Light Strike Pro in it.
This is a competitor shoe. I really feel like a lot of people could use this for racing who don't want to spend the 180 to 200, 250 for a race day shoe. A few years back, we were running in shoes like this.
Right.
Less cushion
Exactly.
for the full marathon. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good steal.
What would you compare this to as far as like other shoes that aren't in the Adidas line?
You go with the Pegasus because it's got that pop and feel underneath the toes. You go with something like the Puma Velocity, has a similar feel with that mixed foam. So there's some shoes out there that I feel like you can compare it to. It just comes down to, I know that there's some people who like stripes and they want that European look, and I definitely feel like when they're making these shoes, they're leaning more towards that European market than they are to the US market. It's just a little firmer, a little stiffer.
I could see that.
So it's just a fine tuning feel that you're gonna be going after. I would almost say like the Rebel V2 because it's a tempo day shoe, but the Rebel is softer throughout.
Right.
It's lighter.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I would put it up against
But
that.
I would say you get maybe a little more structure in the upper than the Rebel would have.
Definitely more structure in the upper. You can kind of
outsole.
see underneath here, you're gonna see some underlays that kind of give you a lot more structure than you'd expect out of the shoe. You got a gusseted tongue, you know, we always like that.
True.
Overall, I've found the fit to be fantastic.
Again, if you're a fan of stripes, if you're a Tiger or a Referee or fruit stripe gum,
What about
like that.
football players, but the football in Europe?
Oh yeah, football,
Football.
foosball,
Foosball.
Rick, Waterboy. Is that
Yeah.
the Waterboy? Foosball one.
Foosball's the devil. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay. At 120, I really do feel like it's a value shoe. Between the Continental rubber, the torsion system, the Light Strike Pro, this nice fit if you have what I would call not a troll foot. If you have like a regular narrow foot,
Yeah.
you're gonna dig it. Do you think that there's anything else we need to tell the people?
No, I think that's everything.
All right.
Peace. Break that camera.
Good hands,
catch.
Brandon. All right, Robbie. Here's the time where we beg again. Beg for this. Please,
We're
please
beggars.
like us.
We're beggars and choosers. So
Yeah.
like us, like this video, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, join our Strava club.
Drop.
Listen to the Drop podcast.
Fuel for the cell.
Fuel for,
For the fuel
for
cell.
the soul.
Fuel cell.
Fuel for the fuel cell.
Fuel for the soul.
All links are in the description. Check it out. And thanks.
If you've got a wide foot, look at this thing. It's not going to work.
You're just trying to make them jealous.
Yeah.
You're trying to make them mad.
I don't want
would
Jared
never-
coming over and trying it
This will
on.
never work for you. We can fit into a wide foot shoe. You can't fit into this.
Yeah, it's sloppy though. It's like, ugh.
You know, I actually wore a wide foot shoe recently and fit pretty good.
Maybe you have a wide foot.
Stop. Don't even.
Ooh, it was a wide foot
Don't
shoe.
you put that if you want me. Absolutely not.
Be writing with Jared. Jared would be so upset if all of a sudden he started doing wide reviews.
Dude, we're just riding down the street in our wides,
Yeah,
8 handlebars.
I like it.